Joe's here, and many, many more have built this Big Red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Huskers will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's McLaurin. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Martin back to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Webb. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Catches it at the 30. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath, like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Reads it, fires complete. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll keep it himself. Creates a little space. Oh, a lot of space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Raiola. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Nice move there. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
4th and short. I already called my 3rd down play knowing I was going for it on 4th down. So you better believe I got the play locked and loaded. We're going for it on 4th down.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, 1st down and more. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Husker. Now you know why you do all those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can shed people off. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. As they open this possession from their own 20. Martin will throw it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The sure hands, it's Fleming. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Caught in the backfield, it's Barney. It's a running room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
To the air, it's Raiola. Might be looking to run. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front. He sees the gap. He's able to beat his block and get to the QB.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapting. Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man, it's Hunter. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Buys a little time. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
To the ground with the back. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not putting on the play.
Martin back to pass. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Going to swing it on second down. Trying to set up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
He might want another play. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. There he goes. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll try the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Cornhuskers are in the hurry up. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. Pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The play action fake. Quick strike complete.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Ray. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Here comes the offense on second down. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Washington. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
To the ground to try to move the chains. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
It's a seam wide open. Turning it on. Inside and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Terrapins.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barney. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off play action on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Release to the back. This time it's complete. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Huskers can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Cornhuskers get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The Huskers with the 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Skips away from pressure. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. The Terrapins will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's I. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Oh, he's got some space. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
In football, you really turn quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Rushes on him. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ray. He's loose. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him tote the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Terrapins get it past the sticks.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see the quarterback make.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Looking to scramble. And he couldn't get rid of the football. Tried to buy a little time and then finally just said, well, let's run another play.
Well, this offense obviously knows this defense can get after them in the pass rush, so they're trying to move the launch point. They're trying to roll the quarterback away from the line of scrimmage to give him time, but it doesn't matter. You're seeing the speed this defense has up front.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Really nice job by the defense because they're doing their part, especially these last two drives now. Trailing here in the second half, but not by much. And they know if they just keep getting it back to their offense, good things are going to happen. Really nice job on third down that time, getting the sack and now giving their offense another chance.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to buy time. Finds a man on the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Terrapins have this offense rolling. From the gun, running back on the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
That's caught. It's Ray. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. These corners backing off a bit. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Off play action. Bringing the heat. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to seems impossible. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Dropping back, it's Washington. Here's a heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Steps away. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
The next time the offense gets down at this point of the field, they need to run the football, because this is what's happening when they're trying to throw it back-to-back plays. 2 negative plays in a row, not good.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the wideout. Looking to get it in. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. That leaves him with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the 4th quarter.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Heat up them pass rushers, bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Motion from the back. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to pass. It's Washington. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's got it. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
And the Terrapins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. A little screen to the running back. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Now the toss. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the extra point splits the uprights. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Raiola. Dumps it off in the flats. They got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. The Cornhuskers inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run deep down the right side. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch.
And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
And you practice the 2-minute drill all week long. And you dream about making those big plays. And how about this defense coming up big, shutting down this offense? The offense has a chance to go make this a game, maybe go win the football game, and the defense does their job, does their part, makes the big safety, and now receiving the football and putting one nail in the coffin.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Past the 10. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A huge play like that getting wiped out by a penalty. Is there anything that deflates a crowd quicker than that? After this, it'll be a wrap. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Pressure coming. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. At the 45, on its way. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.